India has 28 states and 8 union territories today. But did you know, when the constitution was adopted in 1950, there were only 4 types of political units under a completely different classification system? And did you know Parliament can change the name, boundary, or even abolish a state with just a simple majority? No constitutional amendment needed. If that surprises you, this video is exactly what you need. Welcome to Chapter 5, Union and its Territory. For this chapter lecture notes PDF, join our Telegram channel, link in the description. Let's start. Articles 1 to 4 under Part I of the Constitution deal with the Union and its territory. These 4 articles are small in number but massive in importance for UPSC. Let us break them down one by one. Article 1 describes India, that is, Bharat, as a union of states, not a federation of states. This is a very important UPSC distinction. Why union and not federation? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar gave 2 clear reasons. First, the Indian Union is not the result of an agreement among states, unlike the American Federation where states came together by agreement. Second, states in India have no right to secede from the Union. The Federation is a union because it is indestructible. The country is an integral whole divided into states only for the convenience of administration. According to Article 1, the territory of India has 3 categories. 1. Territories of the states. 2. Union territories. 3. Territories that may be acquired by the Government of India at any time. Point from notes, Territory of India is a wider expression than Union of India. Union of India includes only states. Territory of India includes states, union territories, and acquired territories. Article 2 Admission of new states. Article 2 gives Parliament the power to admit new states into the Union, or establish new states on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. Article 2 deals with states that are not already part of the Union of India, meaning foreign territories or new states being brought in. This is different from Article 3, which deals with reorganization of existing states. Remember this distinction, UPSC loves to test it. Article 3 Parliament's power to reorganize states. Article 3 is the most important article of this chapter, and it is heavily tested. Article 3 authorizes Parliament to A. Form a new state by separation of territory from any state, or by uniting 2 or more states or parts of states. B. Increase the area of any state. C. Diminish the area of any state. D. Alter the boundaries of any state. E. Alter the name of any state. Now, 3 critical exam points about Article 3. Point 1. The consent of the state legislature is not required. Parliament can alter boundaries or name without state's permission. The state legislature's views are taken, but Parliament is not bound by them. Point 2. Such a law under Article 3 is passed by simple majority. It is not considered a constitutional amendment under Article 368. This is a major UPSC trap. Point 3. If a new state is formed, the first schedule of the Constitution needs to be amended to add the new state's name. Article 4 Laws under Articles 2 and 3. Article 4 simply states that laws made under Articles 2 and 3 to provide for the amendment of the first and fourth schedules shall not be deemed to be a constitutional amendment under Article 368. This means they can be passed by simple majority in Parliament. Quick and easy, no special procedure needed. Special provisions under Part 21, which is Article 371 onwards. Key ones to remember. Article 371A, Nagaland. Article 371B, Assam. Article 371C, Manipur. Article 371D, Andhra Pradesh. Additionally, the 5th and 6th schedules contain separate provisions for the administration of scheduled areas and tribal areas within states. Evolution of states and union territories. At independence, India had 2 categories of political units: British provinces under the direct rule of the British government, and princely states under their own rulers but subject to British paramountcy. The Indian Independence Act 1947 created 2 independent dominions, India and Pakistan. The princely states were given 3 options: join India, join Pakistan, or remain independent. Of the 552 princely states within the geographical boundaries of India, 549 joined India through the instrument of accession. 3 remained: Junagadh, Hyderabad, and Jammu and Kashmir. These were later integrated by means of referendum and police action. Original classification of states in 1950. When the constitution came into force in 1950, states were classified into 4 categories: Part A, B, C and D. Part A states, 9 states, former British provinces, including Assam, Bihar, Bombay, Madhya Pradesh, Madras, Orissa, Punjab, United Provinces, West Bengal. Part B states, 9 states, former princely states with legislatures, including Hyderabad, Jammu and Kashmir, Madhya Bharat, Mysore, Patiala and East Punjab, Rajasthan, Saurashtra, Travancore, Cochin, Vindhya Pradesh. Part C states, 10 states, centrally administered territories, including Ajmer, Bhopal, Bilaspur, Cooch Behar, Delhi, Kutch, Himachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Part D, 1 territory, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This fourfold classification was a temporary arrangement. The 7th Constitutional Amendment Act 1956 abolished the distinction between Part A, B and C states. Dhar Commission and JVP Committee. After independence, there was a massive demand to reorganize states on linguistic basis. The government appointed the S.K. Dhar Commission in 1948 to examine the feasibility of linguistic reorganization. The commission preferred administrative convenience over language as the basis for reorganization of states. So the government appointed another committee, the JVP Committee, consisting of Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel and Pattabhi Sitarmaya. The JVP Committee submitted its report in April 1949 and formally rejected language as the basis for reorganization of states. Both commissions said no to linguistic states. Fazl Ali Commission. In 1952, Andhra agitation intensified after the death of Potti Sriramulu, a congressperson who died after a 56-day hunger strike demanding a separate Andhra state. This forced the government to create the first linguistic state, Andhra Pradesh, in 1953. Then the government created the Fazl Ali Commission, also called States Reorganization Commission, on 29 December 1953. Members, Fazl Ali, H.N. Kunzaru, and K.M. Panikkar. The commission's report came in 1955. It accepted language as the basis for reorganization, but not the only basis. 4 factors it identified. A. Preservation and strengthening of the unity and security of India. B. Linguistic and cultural homogeneity. C. Financial, economic and administrative considerations. D. Planning and promotion of the welfare of the people in each state. On its recommendation, the States Reorganisation Act 1956 was passed. 14 states and 6 union territories were formed. Formation of new states after 1956. After 1956, several new states were formed. Let me give you the key ones with dates, because UPSC loves asking these. Maharashtra and Gujarat. In 1960, Bombay state was divided into Maharashtra for Marathi-speaking people and Gujarat for Gujarati-speaking people. This was done by the Bombay Reorganisation Act 1960. Nagaland formed in 1963. The 16th state of India. Haryana formed in 1966 by dividing Punjab. Chandigarh was made a union territory as a common capital for both Punjab and Haryana. Himachal Pradesh was earlier a union territory. It became a state in 1971. The 18th state of India. Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura became states in 1972. Sikkim. This is a very important story. Till 1947, Sikkim was a protectorate of British India. After independence, Sikkim became an associate state of India. In 1974, the 35th Constitutional Amendment Act gave Sikkim associate state status. Then in 1975, the 36th Constitutional Amendment Act made Sikkim the 22nd full state of India. Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh became states in 1987. 23rd and 24th states respectively. Goa became a state in 1987, 25th state. Earlier it was separated from Daman and Diu in 1987. Chhattisgarh formed on 1st November 2000, 26th state carved from Madhya Pradesh. Uttarakhand formed on 9th November 2000, 27th state carved from Uttar Pradesh. Jharkhand formed on 15th November 2000, 28th state carved from Bihar. Telangana formed on 2nd June 2014, 29th state carved from Andhra Pradesh. This made Andhra Pradesh Reorganisation Act 2014 a historic one. In 2020, Daman and Diu and Dadar and Nagar Haveli become one union territory. Currently India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Jammu and Kashmir deserves a separate mention because it changed dramatically in 2019. Till 2019, J&K had its own constitution and special status under Article 370. Article 370 was a special provision. It limited the application of Indian Constitution to J&K. In 2019, Article 370 was effectively abrogated. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganisation Act 2019 was passed. It bifurcated the erstwhile state of J&K into two union territories. 1. Jammu and Kashmir UT with legislature. 2. Ladakh UT without legislature. So the number of states reduced from 29 to 28. And union territories increased from 7 to 9. This is a critical current affairs plus constitutional law point for UPSC 2026. Change of names. Some important name changes directly asked in UPSC. United Provinces was renamed Uttar Pradesh in 1950. Madras was renamed Tamil Nadu in 1969. Mysore was renamed Karnataka in 1973 by the Mysore State Act 1972. Lakshadweep, Minikoi and Amindivi Islands renamed Lakshadweep in 1973. Pondicherry renamed Puducherry in 2006. Odisha renamed Odisha in 2011. Uttaranchal renamed Uttarakhand in 2006. From your notes, Goa was separated from Daman and Diu in 1987. And Bombay was bifurcated into Gujarat and Maharashtra by Bombay Reorganisation Act 1960. Exchange of territories with Bangladesh. The 100th Constitutional Amendment Act 2015 was enacted to give effect to the land boundary agreement between India and Bangladesh. Under this deal, India transferred 111 enclaves to Bangladesh, while Bangladesh transferred 51 enclaves to India. The amendment modified the first schedule of the constitution. 4 states were involved: Assam, West Bengal, Meghalaya and Tripura. The Supreme Court in 1969 had ruled that settlement of boundary disputes does not require a constitutional amendment. It can be done by executive action. But cession of Indian territory to a foreign country does require constitutional amendment. Important points. Point 1. According to Article 239, 1. Union territories shall be administered by the President through an administrator. Point 2. Under Article 240, the President has the power to regulate for peace and good governance in certain Union territories. Andaman and Nicobar Islands 240(1)(a). Lakshadweep 240(1)(b). Dadra and Nagar Haveli 240(1)(c). Daman and Diu 240(1)(d). Puducherry 240(1)(e). Point 3. Delhi was given the status of National Capital Region under the 69th Constitutional Amendment Act. Point 4. Under Article 81, up to 20 constituencies can be reserved for Union territories in Lok Sabha. In Rajya Sabha it is 8. Point 5. No state can advocate the idea of secession under the protection of freedom of expression, as Article 19(2) provides, with reasonable restriction also. Point 6. The Fazl Ali Commission, established on 29 December 1953, had 3 members: Fazl Ali, H.N. Kunzaru and K.M. Panikkar. Point 7. The capital of Andhra Pradesh has not been renamed after attainment of freedom. It was established at Guntur as the first High Court. Point 8. Dadra and Nagar Haveli were under Portuguese rule. Goa was also acquired from Portuguese in 1961 by India. Important notes of Chapter 5. If you found this chapter helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more UPSC revision videos. Also subscribe and stay tuned for the next chapter video, Chapter 6, Citizenship.